Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we are going to explore the capabilities of GPT-4o. My name is Mukeshkala. I am a 4 times UiPath most valuable professional certified solution architect and an advanced RPA developer as well. I have shared my LinkedIn details on the screen. Feel free to connect me on the LinkedIn and I would be happy to be part of your network. In the previous videos of the playlist we have already seen what is GPT-3, why it is different, and in the last video we have seen a quick differentiation between GPT-3, 3.5 and GPT-4, right? So that was a overall comparison between all these models. We have tried to compare and how we were able to find that how GPT-4 is better, right? And now there is something which is called GPT-4o. So today let's try to explore the GPT-4o. In case you are coming to the channel for the first time and you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel to get the next videos in the same playlist. Having said that, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started by having a quick introduction about what exactly is this GPT-4o. So whenever I talk about GPT-4o, the O in the GPT-4o simply means the word omni, and which is representing a significant advancement in the interaction between the machines and the humans. GPT-4o can accept any kind of the data. It can be in the form of text, it can be in the form of image, video, or even audio, or all of them together can be a part of a single input. GPT-4o has some rapid audio responses. It has the better performance. It is more cost efficient, right? These are all the stats which I have got from the internet. It has the enhanced vision as well as the audio capabilities, and in terms of cost this is 50 times much cheaper than the other models, right? Now specifically if I have to talk about the comparison, this is the same table which I have already explained in the previous videos, that in terms of all these aspects, GPT-3, 3.5 and 4, how it is differentiating, right? So you can see that the parameters, as the model increases, the number of parameters are also increasing significantly in each of the model, and that is why GPT-4, 4o, these models are able to get you more precise responses, right? So in case you are not aware, you can pause the video and read about the aspects and the differentiation in a step-by-step manner. Okay, and after that, right, how exactly GPT-4o is different? So the first thing which comes is the enhanced context understanding, which means that GPT-4o has more level to understand the context. It can maintain the memory, it can create the context for a longer piece of data as well. As we have already discussed, it has the multi-modal capabilities to work within different types of the input formats. As we already understand that GPT models are able to code also, right? So with the GPT-4o you get the enhanced code generation. If I talk about the language translation, GPT-4o is able to do the language translation is a much better and in a more precise way because it is trained on more parameters. It allows to have you a real-time collaboration. It has the increased reliability, it is faster, it is more efficient and more cost saving as well. And all of these features are coming because it has a broader knowledge base, right? So these are all the ways where we can find that how GPT-4o is different, right? So now to see this in demonstration, let's go back to the screen and see some of the examples of GPT-4o. Okay, so now let's try to see all of that in action, right? So I'm in my ChatGPT, and from here at the top I'm going to select the GPT-4o, and that way I will be using the model GPT-4o, right? So the first thing which we have talked about is something which is the enhanced context understanding, right? So I have got some example samples with me. I'm going to put here and then we are going to test it, right? And at the end I'm going to also show that how it is able to retain all the information which I am providing over a period of time, right? So let's try to see one. So I'll go here and I'll just take one input like this. Okay, I'll paste it here. I'll say that my dog's name is Max and he is a golden retriever, right? So now after some iteration I would be asking you the same question, and you can see that the memory updated, which says that got it. If you ever need any advice, feel free. Any tips about the Max, feel free to ask. And you can see that the memory is also updated. If I keep my mouse on it, it says that Mukesh Kala has a golden retriever named Max, right? So Mukesh Kala, because I am using this, I have given a lot of information. So if I just go here and I say that I'm creating content, right? So if I just say what type of content Mukesh makes, right? So over a period of time, I have asked ChatGPT a lot of questions. I have given it a background, and now you can see that it says that Mukesh Kala creates YouTube content primarily around RPA, UiPath, covering both the advanced features and all, right? So he have been focusing on ChatGPT capabilities, comparing this, right, to recommend the best AI solution. Additionally, he's considering creating content around Python for integrating AI and other technologies, right? So these are all the things which I have given ChatGPT some context, and over a period of time it was able to make this kind of persona for myself, right? And now it has added a one more information, right? And now if I just go here and I say, does he own a dog? Sorry, my bad. I'll just like this, and now you would see that yes, Mukesh owns a golden retriever whose name is Max, right? So this is what it is, an example of enhanced context understanding. To give you the next example, what I am getting is, I am getting one more text here, which is, once upon a time in a small village in the mountains, there lived a young girl named Anna who loved to explore the forest, right? So this is only the sentence which I have given, right? Now I can ask ChatGPT to continue this story without giving more of the context, right? So I just give this information, right? For the video, I have already taken note of all these into my separate screen, so I'm just copying pasting it from there, right? So as you can see, once upon a time I just gave this, and now ChatGPT is able to create that complete story, right, without me even telling what I wanted to do. Now I can just say, continue the story from where Anna discovers a hidden path in the forest. And now it will actually create the story again by understanding the context and whatever inputs you have given to it. How cool is that? One more thing about context is, let's say you can also give inputs like this, where I say that I recently read a book, To Kill a Mockingbird, and enjoyed it, right? And now that will be automatically added to the memory, as we have already seen. Now it's asking me more question, but however, can you recommend me similar books? So now it is understanding that what kind of book is that, and based on that it is giving me a similar recommendation that what kind of book will relate to the same novel, right? So that is coming because GPT-4 is trained on much more higher data set, as we discussed in the previous videos. The other example of this contextual understanding is something like, if I just go here and pass some steps like this: first boil the pasta for 10 minutes, then salt the garlic, onions until it's golden brown, right? So I just given some steps. Now if I just wait, you will see that automatically it has created the some set of instructions for me, right? That is one thing. But if I just go and ask it what was the second step, right? So now it's understand that I am referring to the chat which it has just got, and it says that the second step which was mentioned was this, and this is the description. So this thing is called sequential instruction in the context understanding. One more capability of GPT is that it can handle multi-modal inputs, which means that not only text, we can also provide input as an image as well, right? What do I mean by that? So for this demo, what I have got is, let me quickly pull an image in the desktop temp. Here it is. Okay, so what I have got is let me just show it to you as well. Okay, so I have an image here which I just downloaded from internet. The image looks something like this. Here it is. Okay, now I can provide this image to GPT-4 and I can say that explain me this image or try to know more about this image, right? So that means that I can have a multi-model input to the GPT model. Let's try to see that in action. I'll close this. I will go to my GPT, which is this, and in the folder I'll just try to drag and drop this image. Now with the image being available on the GPT-4 interface, I can just say here maybe describe this image for me, right? And multi-model inputs. Now as you can see here, based on the image, the GPT-4 says that 4o says the model depicts a beautiful garden with a sunset. The sky is painted with shades of orange and yellow. The garden is well manicured, something. Large water body which reflects the color of the sky, right? Large water body reflecting the color of the sky, and beautiful picture. So this means that GPT-4o is able to work on images as well. How cool is that? If you like this feature, let me know in the comments. For the developers out there, GPT-4o is able to write a complex code as well, which means that it can write the code now based on more of the context. You can give it a problem statement and you are going to get a step-by-step details for that code, right? So to try that, I am going to, let's say, give it a Python program to read a CSV file, and from that CSV file let's try to generate a report. And if I want that code, let's see how GPT-4o is able to perform, right? So I've already written the prompt. I'll just go here and copy paste. I'll do a control C, do a control V here, and I'm saying that write a Python script that reads the CSV file, process the data and generates a summary report. And the input is getting processed, and let's see how fast GPT is able to give me that thing, right? Now you can see even before giving me the program, it has given me some of the dependencies that you need to install pandas library, pip install pandas. Then this is the Python script, which by the way you can directly copy paste from here. Then it has also given me the explanation that how the CSV is getting read, how is the processing happening, how is this function, and how you have to use it, that in case you want to run it, this is how you are going to run it. And the script will generate a summary report.txt that will have the complete code whichever you have requested, right? This signifies that GPT-4 is now able to create more advanced codes as well. One more feature of the GPT-4o is that it has something which is called enhanced language translation. What do I mean by that? So for example, I'm just giving it a phrase. I say that it's raining cats and dogs and I'm feeling under the weather, right? So this is just a statement I'm making and I send it, right? And now based on this, it can understand that what do I actually mean by that, right? So it says that I'm sorry to hear that, set up and relax, stay hydrated, eat some foods, blah blah blah. It's giving me that how can I keep myself entertained, what about my mental health issues, and all those stuff, right? Now the good part is I would just go here and I can say you can translate this statement for me, right? So I just pass this and I'll just copy paste this, right? So it was able to understand the context from the message, right? But how about if I just pass this message again and as an instruction I say translate this to Spanish and Hindi, and now let's see what does it is able to make out of it, right? So it's raining cats and dogs and I'm feeling under the weather. So in Spanish it is like this. I don't know Spanish, so maybe we can just convert it back to English and see what does it mean. And in Hindi it says that मूसलाधार बारिश हो रही है और मैं बीमार महसूस कर रहा हूँ, which is correct for this, right? If I want to validate this Spanish, I can just go here and I paste it and say translate to English with meaning, right? So I just did a spelling mistake. Let's see. So it's raining cats and dogs and I'm feeling under the weather, and what does it actually mean, right? So that means it has a enhanced capability to understand the language as well as to do the translation. I talked about something which is called real-time collaboration. Now when I say real-time collaboration, I can actually collaborate with my friend GPT-4o and we both can work together to do a task. It can be a simple task like writing an article. So for example, I am just going to GPT-4o and I just say that the title is the future of AI. I'll just remove this slash n, right, like this. So I say that there is a title which is future of AI, the field of artificial intelligence, and the input here is please continue the post from here. So I give it a title that the future of AI introduction, the field of artificial intelligence is evolving, please consider this blog post from here. So I just given half of the text and then I am asking GPT-4o to continue it from here. Kind of an example of a real-time collaboration. Just hit send and now it should be able to complete that blog post for me. That means that now I am able to work collaboratively with GPT-4o. We'll just wait for this and you can see I have got a pretty neat blog post which is being worked with GPT-4o along with the human user, right? How cool is that? I have shown you a example of the image, right, where I provided the image and it was able to describe it. How about doing it the other way around, where I describe and then ask it to generate an image, right? So for example, let's try for this video, right? So I say I am creating a video to explain the, let's say, right, I am also not sure, capabilities of GPT-4o, 4o, right? Create a YouTube video thumbnail for the same. If it is good, you might see some kind of same thumbnail into this video, right? Let's see what does it generate, right? So I'm giving it a prompt that I am creating a video explaining the GPT-4, create a YouTube thumbnail for the same. And here it is, right? So it is a thumbnail which is able to attract more vibrant pictures, blah blah blah. It has created something, right? Not, I would say, I would like to use, but this part which is generated, right, this gives me some idea that how I can actually create my thumbnail. That it's a YouTube, it says GPT-4 with some AI model, right, discovered GPT-4 capabilities and all this stuff, right? So it has also this capability of generating image from the text. Some other examples of using image are like, if I go to my folder, right, so I have this image, right, which is some kind of a clothing. And now if I just drag and drop this image onto our GPT like this, right, and I just say here I am going let's say for a job interview, okay, is this outfit maybe proper, right? So basically I have just uploaded outfit image and I'm asking it that whatever outfit I have uploaded, is this good for a job interview or not? And let's see what ChatGPT suggests me, right? So it says recommendations and final verdict, right? So if you are applying for a role in a casual or a creative industry, your outfit is appropriate, but for more of the formal industry, it is not so professional, right? So research the company, add a dress shirt and a footwear, right? Now it has given me that add a dress shirt, right? So what if I ask him add a dress shirt, right? And I say show me some options, and that way now I am expecting that it should give me a dress shirt, right? Let's see what does it give me. Okay, we'll just wait and let's see how does it behave. And this is the recommendation which it has given me, right? Here are the some option: white dress shirt, light blue dress shirt, light gray shirt, right? And pretty good, right? Some of the other usage which I want to demonstrate for GPT-4o is, for example, I have a invoice here, right? So let me show you what exactly is in that invoice, right? So let me just double click and open. Yep. So here is an invoice which is to something something. Here is some total and some information, right? You can actually drag and drop the document directly into your ChatGPT-4o, and now you can ask question that what is the total and what all information we have. Let's see. We have the invoice number, right? So I say what is the total and the invoice number. And now one more example, that along with the image, now I am also able to understand a file. It can be a PDF, it can be an Excel, and you can ask the relevant questions on that invoice number, the total, and all this information is available, right? So that means that GPT-4o is now able to do a lot more tasks as compared to your 3.5 and 4o, right? So these were some of the examples which I wanted to show you today, and I hope that this has inspired you to create more and more use cases, right? And lastly, one more thing, right? As at the starting I have given it information about my dog, right? So let's say I am now asking what is my dog name, and hopefully it should be able to give me from the memory, right? Because it's understand that Mukesh is using this, and it says that your dog's name is Max, right? So it means that it has that enhanced memory which is able to keep track of all of this information, right? Okay, so these were some of the capabilities which I wanted to demonstrate of GPT-4o, and I hope I have inspired you with some of the pretty awesome capabilities, right? So in case you have some ideas which you can build with these, let me know in the comments, and in case you want the second part of this video, also please do comment, and I would be happy to bring more of these capabilities, right? So with that, I would like to wrap this video here. I would really appreciate your feedback on this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.